best moment of my career would have to say the League Cup win with Ross County. I think, like I say, as a football player, you want to win things, and beating Hibs, beating Celtic, beating Inverness on the way to the cup win was pretty special. But yeah, out of them all, that would be the best moment of my career. Best player I've played with would probably be Stephen Davis, who's now back at Rangers. I think just his all-round game, his touch, his awareness, his passing, his range of passing, is kind of the way you can control games. I would probably say him. Shawnee Aluko, when I was at Aberdeen, was also very talented, great technical ability, great 1v1 player, quick, skillful, but probably Steve Davis just nicks it in terms of the best player played with. Best player played against. Again, I've played against teams: Aguero, Rooney, Nani, Paul Scholes, Juan Mata. But in terms of direct opponent, I would probably say actually Shinsuke Nakamura at Celtic was one of the most difficult. So yeah, it's a tough choice. But probably in terms of most difficult, Nakamura. His first touch was so good, his movement was good, he was relatively quick. If you didn't get close enough to him, you could find a pass or a shot. But probably who'd be around the best, probably Rooney or Aguero. But like I say, there's a few in there to choose from, so I'm quite fortunate in that sense. Best place I've played, probably my favourite place to play would probably be Ibrox under the European nights, the Champions League nights. Like I say, lining up, hearing the music come over the tannoy. Yeah, I would definitely probably say one of my most favourite games that I've played in or been part of was the home game against Valencia, which was pretty special. How have I stayed fit during lockdown? Oh, well, obviously, as it has been for everyone, lockdown has been tough. If I was told that you don't have to go to work and you have to stay in your house, I didn't think it'd be as difficult as this. But yeah, I'm kind of going stir crazy a little bit now and climbing the walls. But I'm lucky enough to have, my wife has a spin bike. It's in the kitchen, so I've been on that quite a few times, which is tough. There's loads of instructors on there, so they kind of put you through your paces. So I've been doing a lot of spinning, which is good because it's not a lot of stress, joints, knees, ankles. The flip side to that, I've also been doing some running outside. I've done a couple of 5k runs, but I struggle with them. I don't enjoy them. Mentally, I don't enjoy them. I prefer short, quick runs. So I've done a mixture of running outside with 5k, the longer ones. I found a bit of grass that I can do kind of short, kind of turn, kind of up, back runs. Make you feel like you want to be sick, but they're over quick, so I much prefer those. And then I've also been doing a lot of core work, so kind of planking, sit-ups. I find things that we've got a bar that's attached to the ceiling through there that you can do chin-ups on. But I think planking, sit-ups, press-ups, stuff you don't, just body weight stuff that you can do in your house. They're great exercises for anyone, and they kind of work all the necessary muscles. Obviously, you'd like to kind of do some leg weights. So in the garage we've got a squat rack, and I can do squats, and so it's been relatively easy for me to kind of keep my fitness during lockdown. But yeah, I would say that like I say, the best stuff is the body weight stuff. Even if you're doing squats, just do as many as you can with your body weight. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. How we get into sport? It's just play it as much as you can. I think and kind of always practice. I was always, when I was younger, I always had a football. Always, everywhere I went, I had a football. Whether I was walking, home from a friend's house, I had a ball at my feet and I was dribbling. I was doing keepy ups. If I couldn't play with my friends, I was kicking the ball against the wall. Kind of shooting into, kind of using the walls as if it was a goal and shooting into it from distance. I was lucky that two of my closest friends are still my closest friends now, or three of my closest friends, we like to play football, so we'd sit, and we had the big kind of field beside his house, so we'd set up the goals there and we'd play kind of one-on-one, shooting drills, we'd keep you up competitions, we'd have all sorts, so it's just practice, you know, with any sport, it's just practice. I actually watched the Last Dance documentary, Michael Jordan, and the level of dedication he had was insane. You know, he just always wanted to be the guy who practiced the hardest, practiced the longest. And I think it's basically whatever it is you choose, whether it's football like it was for me, or whether it's golf or basketball or tennis, whatever it is, just give it everything you've got. Don't kind of leave anything back, and then you might not know if you could have been a professional at it. You might not know how good you can get if you don't give it everything. Don't be afraid of failure. You learn a lot of the time. You learn a lot more from failing to do something than you do from being able to do something. I think sometimes if it comes too easy to you, you maybe take it for granted. But that would be it. Kind of practice. Don't be afraid of failure. Try and learn from mistakes that you've made. Try and always be better than you had been the previous day. You know, if set yourself small kind of achievable goals initially, and then always try and reach the standard that you know you can reach. Now, there's no point in you thinking that, you know, that not for once in my career have I ever thought that, yeah, I can do what Lionel Messi can do, because I know that I can't. So set yourself achievable goals, set yourself a limit. You know, there'll be a limit to what you can do at any given point, and don't force yourself to think you need to go beyond that, but get to a comfortable standard for you, and then maybe push a little bit more. Don't set these goals that, you know, yeah, I'm going to win the Ballon d'Or, because, you know, you can become kind of a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for, you know, a little bit lost, a little bit kind of disinterested if your goals are too high. So set small achievable goals, work hard, kind of give it everything you've got, practice as much as you can. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't think at 10, 12, 15, 18 you need to be better than everybody else. Just be as good as you can possibly be. There's my dog. He's enjoying playing with his squeaky toy right now. So sorry for that interruption. But yeah, so what have I got? Don't know. Work hard. Give it everything you've got. Don't be afraid of failure. Make mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. Don't set yourself unachievable goals. Set yourself small achievable goals that when you get there and you achieve them, you will get some enjoyment from it, and then push a little bit more. And don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do something. The amount of times in my career, especially early when I was, you know, the amount of times I was told, there's no point wanting to be a professional footballer because you won't make it. It's too hard, there's too many people. I was told that by several people when I was younger. They kind of laughed off the idea that I'd be a professional football player. So that's it's probably the main one, and that's not just with sport, that's with life, but it's especially sport. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you cannot do something. I found that when they did tell me that kind of spurred me on to go, you know what, I'm going to show you, and hopefully with the career I've had, I've shown a few people. So that's probably one of the main ones. Don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do something. Just go out and make sure you can do it. Thank you.